The staff of Moses, a symbol of divine power. A simple rod of wood, yet it carried the weight of leadership, of judgment, and of a broken man. Moses was chosen by God, but the path he walked was never easy. In the shadows of the desert, he too doubted, feared, and questioned. This staff became a constant companion, a reminder of his burden, his responsibility, and his destiny. When God first called him, Moses recoiled. "Who am I?" he asked. "How can I lead my people?" But God's will was unyielding. He was given power, and with it, a staff that would part seas, strike down enemies, and bring water from stone. And yet, the staff was not just a tool for miracles. It became an instrument of judgment. When Moses struck the rock in anger, when his frustration boiled over, the water flowed, but so did the consequences. For his disobedience, the promised land would remain forever out of reach. The people he led, broken, rebellious, never stopped testing his patience. And Moses, the man chosen to lead them, was left to shoulder their burdens. The staff, once a symbol of God's will, became a symbol of Moses' own torment. Even after witnessing miracles, the people faltered. In their impatience and doubt, they demanded an idol. The golden calf, cast from their own gold, became their new object of worship, replacing the very God who had freed them from Egypt. Their hearts turned away from the power that had guided them, and Moses' staff, a symbol of that divine authority, stood as a witness to their betrayal. When Moses returned and saw their disobedience, his heart broke. The people, whom he had led through so much, had turned to idolatry. The staff, which had once parted the sea, now seemed powerless to protect them from their own sin. Despite their failures, Moses did not abandon his people. His prayer to God was not just for their forgiveness, but for God's mercy to continue guiding them. The staff, a symbol of both judgment and mercy, remained at Moses' side, representing the ongoing struggle between divine justice and grace. Though Moses led his people for decades, he would not step foot into the promised land. His journey ended on Mount Nebo, where God showed him the land that his people would inherit. Moses' death marked the end of an era. Moses overcame his doubts, his fears, and his failures. The staff, through all its trials, continued to be a symbol of hope. It was not just an instrument of power, but of mercy and redemption, guiding his people toward the land that had been promised to them.